I'm Kamali, taking you through some of the things people are talking about and some of the stuff they're sharing around the world on Newsfeed today. Twitter declares shame on Delhi police after footage released showing students being beaten with sticks. The suicide of a British TV presenter exposes again the dark side of tabloid newspapers. We look at a music event to raise money for those affected by the bushfires in Australia. And four legs good, a dog dominates during a football match in Turkey. In our animals doing stuff. And at the top of our newsfeed, what really happened at JMI? There are competing narratives over the treatment of a group of protesting students at Jamia Millia Islamia University in Delhi back in December of 2019. Now, video has been released showing what purports to be one thing, an attack on students by the police. Shame on Delhi police was a top trend on Indian Twitter, but the video is being disputed by the police, who have put out a different scenario of what happened that day. Nia has the story.
For over 2 months now, India has seen unending protests against a new controversial citizenship bill that fast-tracks amnesty for non-Muslim immigrants but leaves the Muslim community out. The first agitation against this law took place here in Delhi in December, where you had students protesting at a university known as the Jamia Millia University, but that demonstration grabbed headlines because of a violent crackdown on the students. And 2 months on, you finally have this video that's been released by the student organization of that university. This video has now gone viral because back then, when that demonstration had taken place, the police had defended their crackdown, saying they needed to go into the university without permission to weed out miscreants. But many are sharing this video as well, where a policeman can be seen destroying CCTV cameras. And many, like Dhruv, are asking that if the police had nothing to hide, why were they trying to destroy evidence? Even though the Delhi police say they're going to investigate claims of the police crackdown on these students, this entire incident has given the opposition ammunition to attack Prime Minister Modi's party, the BJP. You have this opposition leader asking whether this is the rule of law under Prime Minister Modi's governance, also saying that the Delhi police has lost the respect of the entire country. But the BJP, that's Prime Minister Modi's party, distancing itself from this entire controversy, alleging that these weren't innocent students, but people who were rioting just minutes before this video was shot. They're referring to the fact that many students are possibly sitting in front of shut books and looking anxiously towards the door, almost as if they're waiting for policemen to come into that room. Just like the controversial citizenship law, this issue too has polarized people. But Rana Ayub summing up this entire controversy to say that she's disappointed in what's happening in her own country, where policemen seem to be attacking hapless students at point-blank range. And she's saying that I don't recognize India anymore. We are truly beyond redemption.
All right, let's take a look at some of the other things that caught our eye on social media. Now, the suicide of a British TV presenter called Flack is dominating much of the discussion on British social media. She died over the weekend, just before she was due to stand trial for an assault charge. Now, some tabloid newspapers vilified her when she was arrested back in December, but when news of her death broke over the weekend, the Sun newspaper, for one, began taking down all the stories it had online attacking her. Miss Flack's friend, Laura Whitmore, had this to say about her on her radio show.
Anyone who's ever compared one woman against another on Twitter, knocked someone because of their appearance, invaded someone else's privacy, who have made mean, unnecessary comments on an online forum, need to look at themselves. To the press, the newspapers who create clickbait, who demonise and tear down success, we've had enough. I've seen journalists and Twitter warriors talk of this tragedy and who they themselves have twisted what the truth is. You don't have to tear down someone to feel good about yourself.
Now, a video of this little girl laughing is being widely shared on Twitter. And why? Well, the tweet that goes with it says her father has taught her to laugh when she hears warplanes overhead. Her entire family have been displaced in Idlib in Syria, and apparently playing this laughing game keeps them happy. And this magnificent landing by the pilots of an Etihad A380 at Heathrow is being shared widely. It was filmed over the weekend during storm force winds, as you can see. Now, this is called a crab landing. It's a technique they use to bring in a craft safely when there are strong crosswinds. Now, the pilot points the plane's nose into the wind and lands sideways, as you saw. The craft's momentum, when all the wheels are down, drives it forward along the runway. Well done to them. Now, 9 years of war in Syria have left the country shattered. Here's a look at how it's hurt the economy.
في غضون 9 سنوات من الثورة السورية انهار سعر الدولار من سعر ال 45 إلى سعر ما يقارب ال 1200 ليرة السوري مقابل الدولار الواحد. الانهيار تجاوز ال 20 ضعف، هو ذو أثر كبير جدا على المواطن.
من سنة إلى الآن من بين 500 ل 1200 صار 3 أضعاف. فاليوم العامل عن كان يقبض 2000 ليرة كانت تختلف القيمة الشرائية عن هلا 1200 ليرة. ممكن أنا كنت أشتري على سبيل المثال 4 كيلو رز، هلا ما بس أشتري 2 كيلو رز.
خطورة أخرى ظهرت من خلال هذا الانهيار مع انكماش الدخل هو التأرجح بسعر عملة التداول. يوميا تسعر السلع بأسعار جديدة، مما زاد خطورة التعامل في العملة وخطورة الأزمة الاقتصادية في المناطق المحررة.
And we'll keep spinning around the world now for some other stories you need to know this Monday. Well, in Hong Kong, widespread fears over the spread of COVID-19, also known as coronavirus, have led to an armed robbery of toilet paper. A knife-wielding thief stole $130 worth of loo paper from a delivery driver. 2 men have since been arrested. Now, authorities there have blamed false reports on social media of a toilet roll shortage, leading to some people panic buying. But they're assuring the people of Hong Kong that toilet roll supply is stable. A top neuroscientist has warned that artificial intelligence systems that read facial expressions are unreliable and could be discriminatory because facial expressions are not universal across cultures. Professor Lisa Feldman-Barrett says the assumptions being used by AI companies based on human facial traits are just that, assumptions, and based on outdated science. And more than 10,000 Japanese men have taken part in Hadaka Matsuri. It's an annual event where guys in loincloths and socks give thanks for the harvest. Braving freezing temperatures, they crowd into a temple and wrestle for one of 100 bundles of sticks and 2 lucky sticks thrown into the melee by priests. Whoever comes out with the sticks is granted a year of good fortune. Apparently, it's a ritual that dates back 500 years. Now, in Australia, people affected by the bushfire season have just begun to rebuild their lives. So a bunch of celebrities put on a concert to raise spirits and much-needed money.
10 hours might seem pretty long for a concert, but with a lineup of music royalty like this, it's bound to go by in a flash. From Queen to Olivia Newton-John and Michael Bublé.
Bloody hope I'm staying for the whole thing. Just there's so many to watch and can't wait.
The Firefight Australia benefit concert was held in Sydney on Sunday to raise money to help communities devastated by bushfires get back on their feet. More than 70,000 people attended the show, which sold out in less than 24 hours.
We're in Sydney, so we couldn't even get down there to help, which was heartbreaking. And I work in a bank, and so many families have lost everything, so we're here to support them all.
1.5 million tuned in to watch it on TV. The event was hosted by comedian Celeste Barber, whose own bushfire fundraiser reached $35 million. She used her time on stage to take a dig at the Australian Prime Minister, who was criticised for taking a holiday during the disaster.
Volunteers across this entire country, they are the ones who have saved us. They are the ones who actively go out and help. They are the ones that cancel holidays to stay here and look after us. And as Aussies, we band together because we have to look after each other, because it turns out people at the top don't. So we need to look after each other.
Organisers say they've raised around $6.4 million, but they expect the final tally will be even higher. The proceeds will go towards helping fire-affected communities to recover, funding rural firefighting services, and rehabilitating wildlife. Of course, the value of lifting the country's spirits is priceless.
All right, to Vietnam now, where a countrywide first has been held, and it's all in an attempt to get people to think of cats as companions rather than snacks.
I've been getting my cat ready since Friday. I took him for bathing, spa treatments and grooming so we could join the show today.
I hope there will be more events like this in the future, because not all participants come here to win some prizes. They enjoy looking at beautiful cats and to hear what the judges have to say about their cats' strengths and weaknesses.
And last up, Monday's Animal Doing Stuff. And this one is being a very disruptive presence during a football match here in Istanbul, much to the delight of social media. Now, it happened on Sunday during a game between Fatih Karagümrük and Giresun in the Turkish league. Now, as you can see, this dog just doesn't get the point that it's not part of the game. And despite not one, but two full attempts to get rid of the dog and actually put him outside the stadium, he manages to get back in. Talk about persistent. The game finished 2-1. The dog was definitely dog of the match. And that will do from the Newsfeed team. Reach out to me with your questions, comments, complaints and suggestions. You'll find me at Marley Melbourne. You'll find us 24/7 on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel, follow me on Twitter, follow, subscribe, add. See you again tomorrow.